Hey, what's up? This is David, and I'm here to talk about more teams about the NBA before the season starts. Um, First team I wanted to talk about was the Golden State Warriors for 2019 to 2020 season. And just looking from the preseason right now, it looks like sad to say that they're really gonna struggle. Like I feel like man, like what offensive output do they really have besides like Steph Curry, D'Angelo Russell? I mean, maybe the rookie Jordan Poole. He's averaging like the second highest scoring for rookies right now, like 18 points I think. Besides Zion, which is pretty good, but at the same time it's preseason and we don't know like how much minutes is Steve Kerr gonna give him basically. So I mean, it's gonna be like a rough showing in the beginning. And a lot of people have Steph Curry as the MVP right now due to the fact that he has to like carry the load. I mean, I can see that. I mean, everyone's expecting like a 2016 domination, but I don't I don't know if I can buy that because a lot of like he had like a lot of open spaces due to the fact that Klay Thompson was there to help free him up for some spots. Like you couldn't really double team certain people because he's like basically a willing passer, and at the same time, their primary ball handler. It wasn't even him. It was like Draymond Green, and once you have Draymond Green, like pushing the pace and like basically setting up the fast break, it's either you give up the three or you give up like a free alley oop, which is what they've always done. That's like their trademark play. It's basically pick and roll into kick out or easy alley oop because Steph Curry basically creates such like a vacuum where you cannot keep your eyes off of him because if you keep your eyes off him, he's basically making a free three. That's basically it. I mean, I could totally see that maybe like Steph Curry like tears it up for a bit, and if like he gets like really fatigued, I mean I wouldn't be surprised if they just like scrap the whole season. So basically it's just a wash just to show that Steph Curry still has it to kind of like drum up the audience for the new arena they got. I mean, they have to like develop like I guess like a relationship with like the consumers in San Francisco right now. I don't know if San Francisco is even like a big basketball city, but I mean, when you have like someone like Steph Curry, I mean, he's like one of the most exciting people to watch in my opinion. I mean, he's like one of my favorites. It's him, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James. I mean, Giannis. I mean, those are like those are basically my favorite players to watch. And I mean, once Steph Curry gets it going, is like, I mean, how can you not like enjoy what he does? Basically, it's when he's like has his rhythm and is just very fluid. It's like pretty unguardable. I mean, if you ask me. I mean, I feel like the Warriors are gonna be like maybe like a seventh or like a sixth seed at best, because I mean they really need like interior presence. I mean, Willie Cauley-Steins, it's not gonna really cut it. Kevon Looney is basically their best center right now. I mean, I feel like, Willie Cauley-Stein is kind of overrated. I mean, I don't really think he does anything that well. I mean, he's pretty bad at rebounding. Plus, they have Marquise Chris too. I mean, they're just I don't know. I think they're getting like all the misfits and just like basically trying to see like what do they have this season. I mean, I don't really see like Marquise Chris being like such like a big factor in helping them push for the playoffs. I mean, Willie Cauley-Steins, I mean, I'll never forget what he said about defending. It was like one player. They had like 20 rebounds on Willie Cauley-Steins. And they interviewed Willie Cauley-Stein and asked him like, hey, 20 rebounds. I mean, what a game. Like, what couldn't you do like to stop that person? I forgot who it was. And he basically said that, it's his job to get, 20 rebounds. And, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, isn't it your job to stop him? I mean, I don't really know. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they try to trade for like Sabonis or something, because they really need like a center. I mean, not saying that Sabonis is gonna like be their solution. I mean, but that actually might be a good pick. I mean, maybe I take that back. Maybe. I mean, I could see someone like Whiteside joining the Golden State Warriors, but the thing is with Whiteside is he's like pretty underwhelming unless it's like a contract year. Like I remember when he had like a contract year with the Miami Heat, that dude was like leading blocks, and he was averaging like 3 blocks per game, something like that, like 2015, 2016, and he was like a top candidate for like Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, he was having like a great year, but after that it just went downhill. He like lost motivation for like playing basically, and he just straight cashed in. I think it was like 96 million max for like 4 years, and he lost his job to Bam. So that's why like the Heat were like, you know what, we'll give you to Portland, fuck it. And Portland has a deal with him right now, so I mean, we'll see. I mean, I don't know what they'll do when Nurkic comes back. I think the best case scenario will be to trade Whiteside. I don't really see them giving him a contract. I mean, what's the point for the Blazers to give him a contract? They can't really play him with Nurkic. And Nurkic, is pretty good. I think he's better than Whiteside too, so that'll be interesting to see. So what's the expectations for D'Angelo Russell? I mean, think about it. This dude just got drafted by the Lakers. Then he got traded to the Brooklyn Nets. And now he gets traded to the Warriors. I mean, what kind of weird trajectory does this guy have? I mean, dude, this guy has gotten to live in like some of the best places, like people would dream of. Basically, he gets to like live in LA as like a 19-year-old. Then he gets traded to Brooklyn, New York when he's like 21, 22. Then he gets traded to like Silicon Valley in San Francisco. I mean, man, this dude is, for what it's worth, he's actually pretty lucky. I mean, he gets to learn from like someone like Steph Curry. I mean, Steph Curry, in my opinion, is a top 5 point guard of all time. I mean, maybe 4. I mean, I have like 3 players like ahead of him. I have obviously, Magic Johnson. I have Isaiah Thomas over him, and I have Oscar Robertson over him. But I mean, he's up there. I feel like Steph Curry's like so underrated and like underappreciated, because I feel like people over criticize him sometimes. But anyways, that's me getting off topic. But back to the point. I mean, D'Angelo Russell. I mean, honestly, he was like one of my favorite rookies. He was my favorite rookie. When the Lakers drafted him, I had like such high hopes for him. I thought he was gonna be like, I don't know, like a poor man's like Damian Lillard or something. I mean, this dude in college was like one of the best pick and roll players, and Jerry West basically gave him like a sign of approval, like, oh man, like D'Angelo Russell is gonna be an all-star, when he hits the NBA. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah, we got him, boys, we got him. We got our franchise player. And I mean, you gotta feel like bad for his development, because like once he got drafted, he had to deal with someone like, what's it called, like that Kobe retirement thing. I mean, Kobe's just trying to still play. I mean, we know Kobe, he had to hang it up because like, Achilles and like shoulder stuff, like his body straight broke down. And then after a second year, under like fucking Byron Scott, who is the worst coach ever. I mean, it's fucking fact. Like his record is literally the worst. He is the essential tank commander. Yeah, second year development. No wait, he got drafted in 2016, I think, and that was literally the Kobe retirement. Yeah, I mean it was like a wasted year, but he actually was like putting up pretty good numbers too. I mean he was like the first rookie in a while to like put like 40-point game. He was like, oh, he hit 7 threes. That's like all these like bullshit records, but at the same time, it was like really like encouraging to see. Like I was like so high on D'Angelo Russell, and then when they traded him, I was like, oh my god, like the fuck. We traded him to draft Lonzo Ball, get Brook Lopez, and I mean, some people may argue that we got Kuzma out of that pick, but we could have picked him either way, in my opinion, and kept D'Angelo Russell, but whatever's. And his stint in Brooklyn was pretty good. I mean, a lot of people were like still hating. Like I know that certain like Laker fans that I've talked to before were saying that, D'Angelo Russell, he'll never be an all-star anyways. So we came out big. And then later on, he becomes an all-star, and then I'll go up to him again like, hey, so he ended up being an all-star. Like wasn't it worth it still? And they're like, well, who did he really pick? Who were really the guards in the East? Who are the guards in the East? Like he's not even an East starter. It was like Kyle Lowry or something. I'm like, bro, now you're just moving the fucking goalposts. You either give him credit or fucking just move on with your life then, basically. I mean, I watched this like all-star like season with the Nets because of the soft spot that I had. Like, that's my guy. Like, we drafted him, and he was playing pretty well. I mean, he was playing pretty well. His impact was like felt immediately. I mean, I know like they had like a veteran kind of team, but he was playing like great. Like he's actually like 21 points per game and like 6 assists. I think it was good, and I just feel like next year the Warriors are just gonna retool. So Steph Curry, D'Angelo Russell, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and blank, and we'll see from there because they had to, I guess trade for D'Angelo Russell because they're moving to a new arena and they wanted to, like, people to come like, oh look, we have 3-4 all-stars. Steph, of course, is the face of the franchise. D'Angelo Russell, the new guy who maybe will overtake Steph Curry in the future as the face. I mean, who knows what they'll do. Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, these guys are the Warriors for life. And, I mean, it'll be interesting to see. I really want to know what they'll do. I mean, will D'Angelo Russell improve while playing with Steph Curry? That is the hope that I think. I think his efficiency will go way up because he's going to have so much open looks from like people like doubling Steph Curry. And hopefully like Draymond can like, I guess like cover for D'Angelo Russell and Steph Curry. I mean, it's going to be a pretty daunting task, but I mean, who knows? I mean, who really do the Warriors even have anymore? I mean, they have like all these like weird misfits, like Omari Spellman. Like, didn't this guy like get drafted by like the Hawks or something? And I mean, who else? Toscano. I mean, like they just cut like McKinney, from what I've read, and I'm like, man, like damn, dude, like who do the Warriors even have? I mean, basically, this is a down year for them to retool maybe make some trades for some picks or something. I don't know, but I mean, if something happens to Steph Curry, like, pre All-Star break or post All-Star break, they might just shut him down and just shut basically everyone down for the season, so they can just recuperate and then make up, a next year run with the next free agency class. I think Giannis is the next free agency class, and that's the plan. That's what the rumors are saying. But I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, would he go to the Warriors, dude? If he went to the Warriors, man, that'd be crazy. I mean, it'll suck for the Bucks, but it'll be crazy. So honestly, like, I have to see how they what the record is for next year. So I mean, it's a down year for the Warriors, but at the same time, they've been going to the finals for 5 years straight. So the world balances out.